Today's conversation is about leadership that is calm, value driven, and deeply human. It is not about chasing titles or numbers, but about who we become while achieving them. So, let me introduce our guest for today, Shweta Sinha. We have with us. Shweta has spent close to 3 decades in the world of media, advertising, and business leadership. She has led high pressure markets, driven strong revenue outcomes, and built long lasting client partnerships across some of India's most respected media organizations. What stands out for me, however, is not just her business track record, it is her consistent emphasis on clarity, communication, emotional steadiness, and value led leadership. I have been reading Shweta on LinkedIn, following her on YouTube, and many other places where she posts her, small nuggets of wisdom. And predominantly, it's around values, leadership, and so on, which got my attention. And I said, I need to get Shweta on this call. Now, just to kind of wrap up her introduction, one very important point, she is also an author of a book called A Million Smile, which has just got published, a reflective exploration of human values and leadership drawn from lived experience in boardrooms and beyond. Shweta, welcome to TLC Unscripted. It's great to have you here.
Rahul, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the kind introduction. And it's always been a pleasure to know you, and I'm happy to be here.
Awesome, awesome. So what we'll do, Shweta, just to keep things, just to keep things very transparent, let me first call out that I have not shared a single question with you, and you are coming based on who you are, the true core person, and I'm going to surprise you with some questions and followed by a rapid fire round. I hope you are prepared for this.
As you said, it's unscripted, so I'm not prepared. So bring it on, BIO.
BIO, sure, sure. Okay, so let me start with your own journey, Shweta, right? Your career journey, your leadership journey, and so on. My question to you is when you look back at nearly 30 years, I think you have spent, right, in
Almost.
media,
This year I'll complete 30. Yeah.
you will complete 30. So, good 3 decades. My question to you is if you look back at those years, right, which phase shaped you the most as a leader? What do you remember when you think about yourself as a leader with a 30-year long journey?
I think, Rahul, to answer your question, we all start young in terms of the way our belief systems, start shaping us. We may not realize it at that point of time. But my career kicked off with the Times of India in 1996. And I was very fortunate that I had a great boss to work with. She was the branch head at that point of time. And I resonated with her. And I'll give a very small example, which I've mentioned in the book also. So the first thing that I saw in her was a great quality, which was kindness. So I remember this was around my birthday when she had resumed. She was on maternity leave when I had joined. So I really didn't get to know my boss. So for 6 months, I was bossless in that sense. And when she joined, I don't know how, but she knew it was my birthday. And she wished me, and all that was fine. The next day, my intercom buzzed, and I was expecting a work request. When I pick up the phone, a familiar voice asks me, "So, how was yesterday?" And it was a moment for me after 30 years. I haven't forgotten that moment. So, this is what human beings, when they lead and when they lead with kindness, it starts to resonate with you. I resonated big time with her. And with a human being like that, I think you would want to work more. You would want to just sort of give it your best shot. And you sort of just start to connect and relate. And that's how my career started. And that's how my leadership journey began. Because I saw a lot of things in her which I resonated with. I saw myself in her. And I've just been fortunate enough to pick up these things from the people that I've worked with. As I said, it doesn't really need to have, you don't really need to have a title or a designation. This kindness can come from anywhere.
There is a quote which says that people will forget what you said, but people won't forget how you
How
made
you
them feel.
treated them. Yes, how you made them feel.
Yeah.
That's
So
absolutely true.
I think you remember that particular moment of kindness that she displayed, where she could
Yeah,
have
because
asked you
it's
about so much.
1996, right?
Great,
And she had
awesome.
just resumed. She was grappling herself with her work, in terms of all the backlog that there was to attend. But she did take that moment out and spoke to me. And
Yes.
I've just been, blessed that way. I've learned a lot along the way.